palace accuses former President Rodrigo Duterte's lead counsel, Nicholas Kaufman, of suffering from cognitive impairment after he alleged that President Bongbong Marcos sought to neutralize his predecessor. Kaufman made the accusation on Monday, February 23, during the first day of the confirmation of charges hearing against Duterte before the International Criminal Court Pre-Trial Chamber 1. Presidential Communications Office Undersecretary Claire Castro describes Kaufman's accusation as preposterous. She reminds him that the cases against Duterte before the ICC were filed in 2017, back when Marcos was still a private citizen. Castro then notes that Kaufman does not seem to offer a clear defense for his client Duterte, particularly on the alleged extrajudicial killings that occurred during his time as a mayor. She says Kaufman should first learn the facts of Duterte's case rather than focus on what she describes as political rhetoric. The prosecution is seeking to confirm 3 specific cases of murder and attempted murder as crimes against humanity. Presiding Judge Antonella Moto clarified that Duterte's guilt or innocence will not yet be determined at the confirmation of charges proceedings. She said the proceedings will establish if there are substantial grounds to believe the crimes were committed. The impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Duterte have been formally initiated as the House of Representatives Committee on Rules sent the 4 complaints to the Committee on Justice. The referral triggered a 1-year bar period. This means the next impeachment proceedings against Duterte can only be initiated exactly a year after Monday, February 23. The Justice Committee's members will next determine if the complaints are sufficient in form and in substance. Last Friday, February 20, Justice Committee Chairperson Gerva Luistro explained that determination of sufficiency and substance would be tackled per ground mentioned in the complaints. This is similar to what the committee did with the 2 complaints filed against President Bongbong Marcos, which the panel dismissed on February 4. Under the House rules of the 19th Congress, which the 20th Congress had adopted, a hearing to determine probable cause will proceed should the Committee on Justice deem the complaints sufficient in substance within 60 session days from the referral of the complaints. Any recommendation by the committee would therefore be up for plenary consideration, with a 1/3 nominal vote needed to either impeach the official concerned or dismiss the complaints. If the recommendation to impeach is approved, a House resolution to that effect will be transmitted to the Senate. There are several similarities between the 4 complaints against Duterte. They were primarily based on her online death threats on November 23, 2024 against Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and then Speaker Martin Romualdez. The complaints were also based on Duterte's alleged misuse of confidential funds, non-declaration of assets, and other charges. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao agreed to a rematch of their landmark 2015 bout. The boxing icons announced that their second fight will be held September 19 in Las Vegas. The rematch will be the first boxing event to be held at Sphere, the immersive event venue east of the Strip. Mayweather announced his intention last week to end his 9-year retirement from competitive boxing. The 47-year-old Pacquiao ended his own 4-year retirement last year. Pacquiao was scheduled to meet Ruslan Provodnikov on April 18 in the second bout of his comeback. Mayweather and Pacquiao didn't announce a weight class or length for their second bout. The 2 most prominent boxers of their generation will meet again 11 years after Mayweather beat Pacquiao by decision in a fight that didn't live up to the decade of hype preceding it. The bout's promoters claimed it was still the most profitable fight in history, setting pay-per-view records and attracting worldwide attention. In a statement, Mayweather expresses confidence in meeting Pacquiao again. For his part, Pacquiao says he wants Mayweather to remember who will give him the 1 loss on his professional record.